Then they keep finishing their program of taking over. Why does anyone want to live in a world where we're microchipped? And they announced at Davos what the scientists we talked to were saying here in Austin a few days ago about the government will send out micro drones to forcibly take your DNA, micro mosquitoes. It's just amazing. They're going to send out these micro mosquitoes and forcibly take our DNA. They're announcing world government. There it is. Harvard professor, government mosquito drones will extract your DNA. Privacy is dead. And I'm glad that they pull these articles up because I feel crazy when I'm saying this. In fact, I want to go to your calls, some calls, and then I've got so much breaking and so much going on. I will be in studio Sunday live and then right through next week. But there is just so much going on right now that I'm going to have David Knight, who does a fabulous job, interview Corsi and then go into the third hour. Because I kind of got angry about all this morning, and I mean, didn't yell or scream, but got really upset. Plus, I got home. I'm not even tired, but I got home about 12:30 last night, and I feel like I'm on the verge of a breakthrough on figuring out how to develop a plan to simply communicate the globalist program so people know that it's the source of most of our problems and to try to mobilize humanity. And then it gets very frustrating to just get up here on air and cover another piece of this or another piece of that when it's all just the leavings of this larger system. Mind-blowing. Redstone's absence fuels talk of the end of a reign is near. That's interesting. You don't really see David Rockefeller out anymore. And these are really the old guard of evil. And Sumner Redstone, who since the 30s has been running the theater chain his father started. This guy one time for 2 hours hung out a balcony window while it was on fire, while his arms burned. Really tough old bird. He's, how old is he? 91 years old? He's been in poor health and disappeared. I've talked to folks that know Redstone. They say he is a maniac. Maniac. Oh, my God, what a world. And it just shows all the money on the planet is never going to save these people. And, you know, they may have computers they come out with where they claim that hold your soul, your mind, or your memories. It's not going to be the soul. It's not going to be really you. Everybody knows that. It's all just more frauds from the New World Order. Dr. Corsi's coming up, U.S. passports on the verge of elimination, and what's behind the latest breaking documents on Hillary. We'll cover that first. Bob in Michigan, you're on the air. Go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Hey, Alex. I used to work back in a Ford factory in 2004, and I just wanted to verify that while working on an assembly line building Ford Focus instrument panels, I installed black GPS boxes behind the airbags in all of them, even if they didn't even have the option for like an upgraded radio. We still put a GPS box in it.
And they pass that cost on to you. Yeah, that's globally standardized. They agreed to that about 10 years ago. And what is it, about 6 years, pretty much all cars made in this Western Alliance, the Anglo-American system, are adding those.
Yeah, I just wanted to, for people who didn't believe you that they were in cars, I mean, we were installing them back 10 years ago.
It's very, very, very frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very frustrating.
So you say you were installing them 10 years ago yourself?
Yeah, it's in 2004. It was one of the jobs we had on our line, and they had them on every line, you know, on every line in the plant for some of the different types of cars that they were building.
What do you make of the announcement that now they're putting boxes in that remote control the car, and the British government had the nerve to announce they're going to remote control your car for the Earth?
That's disgusting. I mean, that's all you can really say about it is just more government control.
Well, there are people that just crave control, and they think it's their right to hurt whoever they want. They think it's their right to persecute whoever they want. They think it's their right to be mean to whoever they want. It's truly, truly sickening.
Yeah, well, humanity is on the up, and we're going to free ourselves from the shackles of these globalist pigs, man.
Absolutely. Well, God bless you, brother. I really appreciate you calling in. Anything else you can add for folks about? I mean, it's on record they had these boxes. I said 10 years ago, I'm going from memory. When I said that, I thought it was wrong because time just flies. I want to say it was about 2002. I saw the news articles in the trade publications about it and the agreements all over the world to put them in. So I guess that was actually about 12 years ago. And then I knew that in the last 5, 6 years, pretty much everybody was putting them in. But again, that's what the news always says. It's kind of like they announce, police just got systems to look through your walls, and they show the 20-year-old system I've been covering since the late 90s. And then they've got stuff, 3 generations worse. So there's a headline, black boxes for cars raise privacy concerns, and that was back in last year. So, yeah, interesting. God bless you. I know. And then now, and David Knight will play this clip coming up. Office puts chips under staff skin, BBC. I mean, and people say, oh, well, big deal. The globalists are nefarious is the issue. They've got a bad plan in store. They're using it for evil. They've got remote control panels in them that interface and can remote control your vehicle. It was on record that both the aircraft hijacked on 9/11 had remote control boxes on board. George Bush was on PBS, and we've read the transcript. We can't find the video. But he said, no, we have remote control. We'll be able to save aircraft in the future. And someone behind him grabbed his arm and jerked it down. And was shaking their head like, don't say that. Everybody made fun of me saying it was remote controlled. I mean, the only real phone calls, not the fake cell phone calls from 35,000, 33,000 feet, that doesn't happen, were the air phones. And it was the flight attendants saying, there's smoke, there's gas, we can't breathe. Then it would cut out and the planes would fly with precision that the average top pilot couldn't do. The Hani Hanjour, we've had top. I mean, we had a whole bunch of top pilots, commercial pilots, fighter pilots, you name it. They couldn't do the maneuver Hani Hanjour did that they have off of the radar track that the FAA released. Impossible for a guided missile of that size. You understand? So I don't know what went on. What we're being told is a load of prunes, to quote Dan Rather. And now we're building a whole world where our TVs, our computers, our appliances, and we pay for all this tech. Oh, I can remote control the refrigerator, honey, when we're in Acapulco. When we're in New York City. Yeah, and the whole system can get in there too. It's just crazy. And they can plant whatever they want on your computer. Let's go ahead and go to David in New Jersey. You're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, Alex. Just to let you know that the New Jersey Assembly passed 58-11 in favor of legislation passing the registration requirements for private outdoor surveillance cameras. And I got one more thing I want to add after you reply to that one.
Sure. I mean, that's a move all over the world to ban citizens using cameras to protect ourselves and to make it the proprietary thing of the state. I mean, New Jersey's government is just so evil. Go ahead.
No, they're insane. These people are just standing around and getting fleeced day by day. Real quick, the bill is Alpha 3843. I'm not sure if our wonderful Governor Christie, how wonderful he is actually going to sign this one. I would hope not, but that's something that would favor very, I think, negatively on a national campaign trail. So maybe he'll just write this one off. Second of all, people don't realize that I've been in the automotive industry for a long time. You're on the topic of motor vehicles. I'm the electronics end of it. We're all pretty much willingly carrying around keys that are fully embedded with transponders. Your ignition key actually is a transponder device. It enables the vehicle to recognize the key itself. And if you ever go past a strong enough inductor, you can actually excite that key to release the encryption codes. And ironically, that's another form of tracking. And we're willingly carrying that.
Well, I mean, they've been reporting for about a decade that since these keys came out 20 years ago, thieves come up when you're in a store and just scan it, as you just said, grab the code. Now they can go get in your car and start it. This was all designed for government control. And I remember I used to criticize going to these chip keys. I said, look, they're convenient, they're easy, you don't want them. And people are like, oh, shut up, you kook. And then now here we are in this trap. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, well, Canada, it's mandated, I believe Germany and Australia, that all motor vehicles produced after 2008 have to have the embedded key, transponder key. United States has not so far, but...
Wow, you know your stuff, brother. You're an expert. We get that guy's number. You got to come on as a guest. We got to get some engineers on. Stay with us.
Visit GCNlive.com today.
What disaster is so powerful, it unleashes a chain of mass pandemics, economic meltdowns, and violent food riots, all at the same time? NASA has already set the countdown timer, and right now the 21st century apocalypse is less than 13 months away. Former CIA Director James Woolsey says 2/3 of U.S. population could perish. In a matter of seconds, the world as we know it will cease to exist. The world's economy will be wiped out. Mass riots will follow. Ancient diseases will reemerge. How will you shield yourself and your loved ones from this upcoming apocalypse? Go to darkestdays.info to find out proven methods of protecting yourself, your loved ones, and even your entire community when this worst-case scenario unravels. That's DARKESTDAYS.info.